creating the experience. Now, we talked a little bit about experience yesterday, but when you create the experience, you have the right to charge more. Now, I was speaking for a company called ABC Supply in Cincinnati. They have these big college analogists. And I was in the middle of my talk, and this guy in the middle, and the guy in the middle raises his hand, and I said, well, I don't usually take questions in the middle, but obviously you have something you want to say. And he says, about 2 years ago, I actually went up against you. I said, you went up against me or my company? He says, no, I went up against you. I'm like, all right. I says, what happened? He says, we sell the exact same product. Exact same. The synthetic underlayment, the same type of roof, everything. And you sold it, not only did you sell it, but you sold it for $2,000 more than what I was going to quote, or what I quoted. I says, come on up here, let's talk about this. So he comes up and I says, what is your process? What is your sales process? How do you leave a quote? And he says, well, I come in, I do my inspection, I come down, I show him some pictures, we show him the board, the little shingle board, and then I leave him with a quote, because I don't want to be a high-pressure salesman. I said, that's the problem. I says, if I brought everybody else up here on stage, they would say the exact same thing that you just said. I said, here's one of the biggest issues. When a manufacturer, and I may be overstepping my bounds here because I'm talking to a manufacturer, but when a manufacturer sends out samples, and they, in that case, it was GAF. GAF sends the same samples to all of our competitors. So if I want to be different, why am I showing the same board that everybody else is going to show? So I told him, I says, when I go out, we're gonna get up on the roof. Not only am I gonna take pictures, I'm taking video. And that video is gonna look like it should belong on the Discovery Channel. And then I'm gonna bring that down to the homeowner. I'm gonna show him that video. I'm gonna show him everything that's wrong with his roof, but I'm gonna show him everything that's right. I said, when I go through my presentation, I'm gonna do a masterful presentation. I'm not just gonna sit there and regurgitate a bunch of information. I says, when do you show your underlayment? He goes, why would I do that? I says, because nobody else does. I always go, when I go in and I sell a roof, I'll hand a 15-pound felt to the homeowner. I says, this is what everybody's gonna put on your roof. Do you mind tearing that? And they'll tear it in half. I said, some people will come in here and they'll put on 30-pound. You mind overlapping that and tearing that? I said, how hard is that? He goes, no, not hard at all. I says, this is what we're gonna put on. I give him synthetic. I says, I'll tell you what, if you can rip that, I'll put it on your house for free. And they're in there and they're really pulling it. I says, which one would you rather have on your house? And this guy over here, he's standing next to me. He goes, I never thought about that. I says, how do you talk about your sealant? He goes, why would I talk about my sealant? I says, he says, we only use like maybe 1 tube. I says, because nobody else does. I says, I tell that to the homeowner. When I tell that to the homeowner, he's starting to think back to all the other estimates that he's had. He's like, they didn't talk about their underlayment. They didn't talk about any sealant. Our sealant, we use an MP1. You can take this thing and it's like gummy. You can pull it apart. But then we also have Roofer's Choice, and we put it under a heat lamp, we dry it out, and we put it in a baggie, and I'll give that to the homeowners. This is what everybody's gonna put on your roof. And they're chipping it away. And I give them the MP1, I said, this is what we're gonna put on your roof. And they're just, it's like Stretch Armstrong. So which one would you rather have on your roof? So with this one, I says, how much do you think I'm gonna put on your roof? I don't know, like 5, 6 tubes. I said, I might put a half a tube on your house. Why don't you think that other roofers are gonna do this? I mean, they're gonna save as much money as they can, right? At that point, it doesn't matter what I charge. I'm giving them the experience that no one else is gonna give them.